And we are back here on Upper Mississippi River Valley. We got a couple of tasks to take care of. First off, it is the next day and we are in December, and you can see it is now snowing. So that's fun. All the bales, I went through and got them all stacked up in the place. All the hay bales are out here. And the I ended up using the telehandler and the skid steer to get all these stacked, and the grass bales I put over in here. Now the plan is, since we can't get these bales to load off into the fermenting silo. Does this place have lights? Doesn't look like it, so I guess it's just going to be dark in here. So since we can't get the grass bales to go into the fermenting silo as bales, we're just going to lease a bale wrapper and probably just maybe have them laying out right here. I'm going to use the Anderson, so it's going to lay them out in a line, or maybe I'll line them up right here. This might be a better spot right here. Anyways, so we need to also fertilize fields 35 and 32. They need another layer of fertilizer. And we have about 1,200 liters of fertilizer left. Now, hopefully that'll be enough, but I don't think it will be. We shall see. What do you say? Let's get to work. All right, first field up is going to be 35. Let's go ahead and... Might be a little hard to see, but... Oh no, we can see that. The snow is starting to really pick up quite a bit, so I want to get this down before it gets too heavy. I don't know if we're going to have quite enough to get both fields, to be honest. So we are running low on money again. As you see, we have $7,000. So we're going to have to maybe pull a little bit more of a loan. I don't want to do that, but we will if we have to, and it looks like we might have to, absolutely. So we will take care of that when the time comes. Hopefully, I don't even know if we're going to have enough to finish this field, and it's getting a little bit laggy. You know, as I mentioned in the last episode, I did clear my cache and everything for NVIDIA and FarmSim and all that stuff. So things are just kind of rebuilding itself right now, so... Alright, there is first pass around the field. And we'll just go ahead and do some up-downs here. I know I'm overlapping quite a bit. It looks like we may be able to get one big pass right here. See if I can get that little extra bit. Perfect. And we got about 1,200 liters, maybe 1,300 liters after this. We have 1,311 liters left in this tank. So let's go ahead and take a look at the fertilizer map here. Make sure we got all of it. And we did indeed. 35 is done. All right, on to the next one. You know, we might just get lucky enough and do all of this with what we have left, which would be absolutely amazing because fertilizer is not cheap. Although solid fertilizer is cheaper than the liquid. We do have a sprayer, but that sprayer's primarily going to be used for weeds, spraying herbicides, so yeah. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the bottom here. I know I'm all over the place right now, but I'm just trying to move quick so I can get all of this fertilizer down. We may just have just barely enough. Come on, Betsy. Hang in there. Almost there. 500 liters left. And we have done it. Perfect, with 481 liters of fertilizer to spare. Let's double check the map and make sure we got that all covered, and we did indeed. So all right, well, fertilizing stage 2 for the grass fields again are done. or is done. English. Hello. Yeah, so our fields are looking good, and we need to actually check our growth and see they are ready to harvest. So I do have seasonal growth turned off, but the seasons are still on. So now here's the problem. If we get enough snow, it may cause some issues with the straw. So I don't know if I'm gonna harvest. I mean, if I start harvesting now and then snow ends up on the ground, then we may run into some issues, but I guess we'll just have to play it by ear and see. And actually, I just realized I went the wrong way for dropping off this fertilizer. So, yeah, alright. Let me think about what I'm going to do next here. So I think we're going to go ahead and chance it and start harvesting our fields. So, we are going to need to grab our grain harvester here, header, and there we go. Oh god, nope, stop going in reverse. What are you doing? This thing is about to get its break-in on the farm. First harvest already. Are we 4 episodes in, including the live stream? So I think we'll just park the header trailer right here. Should be out of the way. Alright, let's go ahead and get our combine unfolded here. And we are not going to fit in between that pole and that sign. We could just take out the sign, but we'll be nice and go around. How about that? Happy fun times. Alright, now, first things first, we need to bump up the work speed, because I am not about to do 10 mile an hour. Not happening, sir. Okay. Oh, so it's considering this to be rain. I forgot about that. So that's going to reduce our yield if we harvested right now. Let's take a look at the weather forecast and see what we're looking at. We are looking at snow all the way to February. That's fantastic. So we're not going to have any crop withering, so that's always a good thing. And, you know, we're really not going to be able to do much else until after the snow is gone. So I think we'll just leave the harvester parked right there, and the trailer can stay over there as well. And we already have our tractor hooked up over here staging with the grain trailer. So I think what I'm going to do is keep an eye on the cows. And actually, you know what we could do until it's time to harvest is we can lease that bale wrapper and go ahead and get those bales wrapped. And then we will skip forward until it's time to harvest. So let's do that. So I've got the skid steer set up, and I've got the bale wrapper set up over there. I went ahead and leased it and had it delivered, so I didn't have to run down to the store to get it. So let's go ahead and hop out. Let's get the stores opened up just to give us some room to work. Now this thing can only pick up one grass bale at a time. We could always get the telehandler and do 2, but we can only put 1 in at a time anyways. We'll go ahead and throw our work lights on. Alright, let's get our first bale. And you can see how heavy it is for this thing. And we are running into the problem of not having enough space between the wall This is fantastic. There we go. That should give us enough room to back up. And we can lower this down. Could always use the front loader on our tractor. There we go. Perfect. First one is in. And there it goes. It is wrapping it up. So let's go ahead and swap over to the telehandler and let's knock out these bales. We've got 2 bales left, and we are done wrapping the grass bales. So I've been just running this telehandler back and forth, picking up these bales 2 at a time. Gotta watch out where you're backing up in here. Oops. And you gotta watch out for the door. There we go. It was going a lot smoother when I wasn't recording. Okay, so then, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyways, I was setting them down, and then I would just pick up one. I moved it up there because I ran out of space down here, and that was the next flat area available, like right here in this area. So, just moved them up there, and yeah, it's been kind of fun actually, getting to use the joysticks a lot, which is nice, because I've been primarily using one of the joysticks in Flight Sim, and I've been taking the other one off of the desk to make room for my throttle quadrant and yoke and everything. Obviously my wheels got to come off and all that stuff. So yeah, that is it for the bales. Let's get this parked up and get those last bales unloaded out of the bale wrapper, and we need to get that bale wrapper returned before we get charged for another day. Alright. That is it for the stuff in this shed. We don't need any more of that. We got these looking very, very nice. Nice line of them all the way down here. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bales out of this. Let's go ahead and unload that. And it kind of works and fits in nicely because there's this little decorative trailer with some round bales in them. So that's kind of cool. Alright. Boy, this thing is slow. Any day now. There we go. We can fold that up, and we don't need to do anything else with it. We could shut it off though and go into our leased items, and let's go ahead and return that. Perfect. So we got plenty of bales here working their way into silage. Next things next. Okay, we have this whole section open now, which is great. Probably just end up putting bales in there again, although I probably put them in the back 2 areas instead of the front, how I had it before. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get in and out of there. Now I am going to check on the cows after it saves, of course. Alright, the cows, we got pretty decent little amount of milk in there. We got plenty of straw, plenty of silage left in there for food. We're getting a slurry buildup, and our manure is starting to look pretty nice over here. Let's go see how much we have. We have 7,000 liters of manure. So what is the spread rate of the manure? Like, does that go pretty fast? Because I've never actually used manure or slurry to like fertilize fields, so it'll be interesting to see how far it goes. We could always use some of it and then the rest of it regular fertilizer. That way it's being used for something. So let's go ahead and fast forward until it is time for the snow to be over and we can get to harvest. Well, we're in March, but now we have the problem of there being lots of snow on the ground. We may do some snow plowing at some point on this map. That'd be kind of fun. I'm actually kind of curious here. Are the roadways, like the actual roadways, cleared of snow? They are. Dang it. You know, honestly, I don't like when that is a thing. Like when the main roadways are clear of snow. I like to be able to plow the actual roadways. So obviously we're not going to be able to harvest right now, so let's go ahead and make our way back over to the farm. Slow our player speed down again. Perfect. And let's go ahead and fast forward another night. And the snow is finally gone. So let's go ahead and hop into our tractor here with grain trailer and make our way on over to the field and get to harvesting. You can see we're actually all the way in June now. It was like the snow stuck around on the ground, and then it was raining and all that stuff. And yeah, so we actually need to check on the cows, and I'm sure it's going to save on me here in a second. So we got a lot of milk going on. We got pretty decent amount of straw still left. We got a lot of slurry, and our silage is getting down pretty low, but our bales should be ready. So that is great. We can throw those in, or we can wait until we get this field harvested and make some TMR, because we will have straw. But the problem is we don't have any more grass bales. Our 2 grass fields are ready to roll. And again, I didn't want to do that while it was snowing because it could cause some issues when you go to try to pick it up. So, yeah, we just avoided that. And here we go. Let's go ahead and shut this down and hop into our combine, get this thing going. This thing sat out here all winter. And let's make sure straw swath is on because we do want straw. There we go. Okay, this is a terrible entry into the field. That's okay. And there we go. We are in. Perfect. And of course we do have the work speed cranked up on this thing, so we should be able to get through this field fairly fast. And usually, you know, like I had mentioned before in episodes before, like I typically don't use stuff like the work speed adjustment and all that stuff, but there are so many great maps out there that are just waiting to be played on, and I want to share all of that with you guys. So in order for me to do that, I need to progress through these maps as fast as I can, without being too ridiculous, you know what I mean, as far as the cheaty stuff. So like this work speed, it is what it is. Everybody knows that running a combine it's fun and everything, but after a little while it starts to get a little bit repetitive and boring with it going as slow as it does. And we are sliding down the hill. My goodness. That was insane. So we need to remember to be careful coming around that little spot. And we are coming up to 100% full. There we go. And the brakes are absolute trash on this thing. And we are going to ruin some of our crop here. So let's go ahead and get our pipe out. Alright, that should be fine. And I think I did see some weeds kind of sprout up in the field, so we may not get the best yield on this because we waited so long to harvest it. Yeah, it is what it is, though. Alright, so let's get our first load of our oats in, and we can maybe go around this way. You can see the weeds have sprouted up right there. I don't know if they sprouted up in our crop, though. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it just sprouted up where the field was harvested. That's interesting. You know, I could have positioned the combine just a little bit better. And there we go, getting loaded up. 11,500 liters. And we are still have plenty of room in this thing to keep going. So, with that, let's get back to work. And there is our first full trailer load of oats. Now we got to find a place to sell it and see how much money we make off of this. Let's get off of the field here. There's still some left in the harvester as well because We were at about 70 some odd percent full there. And of course, it's going to save every stinking time. All right, oats. Here we go. Let's take a look. And see, we've got 14, 14, 43. Right now, that's the highest. 17 is now the highest. And that is it. Minneapolis. Let's tag that place. Take a look at the map here. And that is going to be grain, or the trailer, or the blah, 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 train. So I wonder... So we'd have to rent the train, and I don't want to do that. So we'd probably have to load it up over here somewhere, or in town. Railroad silo, yeah, we'd have to put it in there and all that stuff, and I don't want to mess with that, so let's check out, where were we? 14, so 15, Suncor Ethanol. Let's tag that place. Where is that? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's all the way over here. Okay, well, it's not like that far, but it's over here. So if we get rid of productions, that is going to be the only thing over here. So let's click on that, and let's head on over there. I think I have it marked, tagged at least. Where is the Beacon of Hope? Alright, so we're going to want to come out here and make a right turn. And this will give us a chance to see this side of the map. Haven't really looked at all this over here. We may... I don't know if I can hook this up to the truck and move a little bit faster. But I think we'll be okay. So we're going to come down here to the intersection, make a right turn, and head south. And over the tracks, it looks like. I don't know why an ethanol station is... buying oats. That's interesting, but okay. Not gonna argue. And then we'll come down this road. So we're gonna be going by the church. Hopefully I don't catch on fire. It's quite the foggy morning here. There are a lot of fields that are ready to harvest. I bet there's some pretty good contracts out there right now. That's one thing we could always do to make some money, is do some contracts, but you know, looks like not railroad tracks, but a highway. Okay, and there is the beacon. It was just too foggy for us to see, so we'll just have to remember this is the ethanol station. This is Suncor. Suncor Energy. Are they just gonna burn this stuff? Huh. Looks like it. Is this gate gonna open? Hello? Hola, senor. That's the exit. Aha! You have to do it. Very cool. This is the in gate. We're just gonna leave it open. How about that? Don't you worry about this. Oh, trucks and office. That is so cool. They got little signs pointing where to go and all that. That's really cool. Trucks parked out there. Office. Looks like maybe a production point that you could buy. And there is a scale. Now the question is, does it work? Does it work? It does look like it's working. 26508. But is there anything we could do with this? Anything at all? Doesn't look like it. Alright. 26,508 is our weight there. That is pretty cool. I like that. I like having to go through like way stations and stuff to get into certain places. Like this makes it feel just much more realistic. when you're pulling into a place. Now, obviously, we should be driving a truck or something coming up in here, not a tractor, but, you know, since we're just doing a direct sell while we're harvesting all of this, I'm not going to worry too much about it. We could always go in and edit the XML for the size or capacity, rather, of this trailer. What does this say? Attention drivers, make sure tarps are open before entering scales. Oh, there's more scales over here? Let's see. Door 1 sales, door 2 production. Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes. That is so cool. Alright, this episode is going to be like super long if I keep staring at all this stuff. And is it going to let us dump? There it is. Here we go. How much are we going to get for this? Oh, look at that money climb, baby. $47,000 in the bank. $45,000 for that load. Very cool. And we're going to have multiple loads coming back to this place. We could send it to the train for an extra, 100, 200, whatever. And there's a scale on the way out. Very cool. What is our weight coming out? 13,498. Very cool. I freaking love it. And then obviously we're going to have to come open the gate. And we'll just leave the gates open because we're going to be coming in and out of this place quite a bit. So, back to the field we go, and we're going to get this harvest all finished up. I might chime in here and there, but other than that, I am just going to get to work here. So it's been about 2 or 3 days in real life since I recorded the last clip, and yeah, I totally forgot that I was right in the middle of harvest. So, yeah, there's that. So I'm gonna do one more pass around the headland here, and then jump into doing some up downs. I don't think I'm gonna hire a worker. Probably just do this all manually with the GPS tracking mod. I think if it's... Yeah, it's still in. I was about to say, where's my... Okay. Alright, yeah, we're good. So, let me do a headland here. Just give myself a little bit more room to turn around. And we're coming in with another load. And we're going to go to bay number 1 again. And let's see how much money we get for this one. Where's the trigger? Give me the trigger. There it is. We're at 47,000 now. We are now at, we got another 44,000 for that. Get out of here. Come on. $92,000 in the bank. We're doing it good. All right. I'm going to get back and get that one field finished and then get going on the other one. And, see how much money we get. Alright, we got the first field done. There's a couple of bits and pieces around that I'm just not going to concern myself with. It's no big deal. We got plenty of product off of this field, and plus we got all this straw that we can pick up for bales and either store them or sell them. I don't know which one we should do just yet. So, let's get going over here on this field. And you can see it's going to be a little awkward over here as well because of the hill and stuff. I'm going to have to probably run the smooth tool over these fields after I'm done collecting all the straw. So I think the next crop that we're going to do is going to be corn. I think we're going to, yeah, let's do corn. That way we can do some dry corn and get some corn stalks and stuff like that. Which are some of the additional things on this map. So these 2 fields of oats were just kind of something to get us started and make us a pretty good decent chunk of change. As you can see, we have $92,000 now. So we need We're probably, I would say, okay, so I think I got almost a full trailer. That's going to be about another 40,000. And then we're probably going to get about 3 or 4 trailer loads out of this field, maybe 3. Well, we only got 3 out of that field over there, so maybe 2 trailer loads out of this one because it is a little bit smaller. Maybe 1.5 even. So we're looking at about another 40, 80, 120,000. Another $120,000 on top of our 90 that we have now. So, yeah, I think we're going to be sitting pretty good. And I'll just get these headlands done and then get this field knocked out, and we'll see how much money we got. Here is the last little bit of what we have from our harvest of oats. We have 14,860 liters left, about half a trailer full here. And you can see we're sitting at 181,500. This should put us over 200,000, I believe. Because we've been getting about 44,000 per full trailer. So this is about half, so we should get about 22,000 for this. And that'll put us just over 200,000. And we'll be sitting in a pretty good place. We should also look into start paying, paying some of that loan back so we can lower our daily payment or monthly payment, however you want to look at the, time scale. But yeah, let's get in here and see how much we get. Like I said, should be about 22,000. I am absolutely loving this map. I am enjoying it so much. I don't think I've really enjoyed a map this much in a while. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been nice. And we're just getting started. Here we go. And there we go, $203,000 and $203,573 is what we got there. You can see this tractor needs to be repaired and refueled. So we'll get back to the farm and take care of all of that. And we'll hit the scale on the way out. Should be about 13,000 pounds. Yeah, look at that, 447. I like that there's just a random truck sitting out here. Just little touches like that that add to the ambiance, and the little street signs. I love that. I wish all maps would do that. Yeah, it's been a pretty productive episode. We got the all the harvesting done, and on to the next.